Hello Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. So this week, Pisces, we're going to be looking at archetype energy for you. We're going to look at the archetype energy that you're in right now, and we're going to look at the archetype energy that you're moving into. The whole week is Wild Unknown. So Kim Krantz, the creator of the Wild Unknown decks, I'm using the archetype, and then I'm using the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle and Tarot. And there is going to be an extended at the end of this, and the extended is going to look at the energy sitting between your 2 points in time. Like, I'm going to get into all sorts of stuff here in this video, but if you're drawn to the extended, the link is at the top of the description. And as I said, I will be looking into the blind spot, what's existing between these 2 points in time of where you are now, the archetype energy that you're in right now, and where you're going, what you're moving towards. For my Pisces, my Pisces. I still always, when I write it, I see that. I hear Pisces. That's too many. We're doing two. Hello, conversation with my spirit guides. Started. I'm like, no, know exactly how we're doing this. The Pilgrim. Okay, that's interesting. It's where you are right now. Oh my gosh, how crazy is that? The Eternal Child. That's exactly the same card in the same spot that Aquarius had. This deck is huge. How many cards in this deck? I think there's like 80 or 90 cards in this deck. That is really interesting. I don't know, I gotta find it. It's gonna take forever. But anyways, wow, that's cool. So what is this Pilgrim energy? You're literally, however it resonates, you're going in some aspects into this a similar energy that Aquarian is reading for. Oh, and I didn't say it at the beginning of this. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and possibly Venus. So the Pilgrim, it's as if you've been on a journey to places you haven't been before. And whether that could be emotional, spiritual, telepathic. Let's see, I'm going to read from the book. Oh, it's a nice easy number. It's 10. It's 20, sorry. It's 2 10s. 2 X's. The Pilgrim. You know what I get too from the Pilgrim? Like someone who's like on their own. Anyways, let's see what the book says here. There's the Pilgrim. The Wanderer, the Traveler, the Apprentice. For the Pilgrim, an outward journey is always an inward journey. This archetypal wanderer seeks wisdom, experience, and meaning in the farthest reaches of the globe and the deepest regions of the spirit. Others will wonder when the Pilgrim will settle down and claim a more conventional life. But the Pilgrim knows that the heart belongs in motion. Where there is motion, there is freedom, expansion, and growth. Responsibilities, social conventions, and logistics lull us to sleep, and soon the Pilgrim becomes veiled in the slumber of the day-to-day. Yet when this archetype awakens, it rallies our sense of adventure and leads us out the door toward a new reality. With the Pilgrim at your side, you will never lack courage, nor do you need every amenity. Travel light, travel soon. Your spirit needs it. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like it. We all have a deep longing to answer the call, to get unstuck. What are the obstacles between you and the door? So the light part of this learns, grows, adapts, and studies to go deeper. The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Mamine by David White. So those are recommendations, things that I don't know if those are books, poems. Even in the stillness of meditation, the Pilgrim feels the movement of the heart toward what it loves. Wow, guys, it kind of sounds like you've really, like this is where you are. This is where you are, but you're about to go into this. It really feels like you've done quite an inner journey here. You know, and even if you haven't traveled all over the place, it's almost like you have internally somehow. Or in some way you've done some sort of journey, traveled, a pilgrimage. And a pilgrimage is to find things that we we haven't come across before, right? Now, what's really interesting is that it says, like, here, the call to get unstuck. What are the obstacles between you and the door? Like you're walking through a door. I think that's interesting because Aquarius was kind of coming out of a nest, but you're walking through a door. I feel like all my little chicks are hatching and they're guys are like going on to something big here. So the eternal child, I'll read that for you. You guys are really thoughtful. You had easy Roman numerals for me to do. Once we get into like X, L, I, V, L, L, X, I don't know. Okay, the external. The eternal. Why did I say external? Wasn't that weird? Why did I say external? Because, you know what? I was pulling this up and I'm feeling like you've done something big internally. It's almost like you're now going to express it externally. That's fascinating. Okay, the eternal child. The inner child, the child of joy. The eternal child is connected to the timeless, ageless, and infinite aspects of life. It is radiant and fearless and seeks joy above all else and at any cost. It struggles being bound to an aging body with physical limitations in a world that demands attention to detail and logistics. I really love that because as we all get older, we do. We recognize the battle and we're all working against it. The eternal child wants to nix all rules and responsibilities and go beyond what others say is possible. It wants to return, with plenty of friends, to the land of the free, where divine wine and creativity pour from the earth and sky. We all want to sip from the well of eternal youth, and this makes the eternal child naturally popular, perhaps even famous. The eternal child glimmers. It reminds us of what is possible, what is magical about this precious life. Celebrity culture is based heavily on this archetype, as is the phrase live hard, die young, and the series of artists and musicians who died at 27. So, that's interesting. So when light, joyful, playful, accepts all magic. Go deeper. Icarus, Peter Pan, Rumi's Has Anyone Seen the Boy? Wow, that's pretty cool. I didn't read that part for Aquarius. So for whatever reason, it feels very important and prominent to you. This archetype is so spirited that when its appetite for life isn't satiated, I'm not saying it right, satiated, it's still not right. When it's not satisfied, it seeks spirits and substance elsewhere. The eternal child struggles with addictions of all varieties. So when I read that part with this card, I feel like, you know, when there's too much adulting going on, or there's too much in your life that doesn't have this playfulness, this youthful energy, finding things that, you know, because every day when you get up and you're doing adult things, however your body feels too, with what it talked about in this book, looking after kids, looking after other people, getting the bills paid, doing all of those things, those are all the aspects that remind us that we're getting older, remind us that we're aging, that remind us that, you know, we're not having enough time for fun things. And then that's when we can, okay, so, well, I'll have a glass of wine tonight, or I'll have another one, or I'll have another one. Like, right, like those are the things that can lead to, but it's the experience, it's externalizing. It's like you've done an internal thing here, and it's time to externalize, to have fun, to harness the sun. You know, I think I see, oh, and the rainbow, right? Like the rainbow of color. I feel like you have a rainbow of color within you. It's starting to kind of pulsate out of you. It's oozing out of you. Because what's inside here is, it's kind of like when we talked about with Aquarius, monochromatic. It's just black and white and gray. But here, look at the color is kind of starting to ooze out of you. And then you turn it like into rainbow. You externalize it. You make it wish fulfillment with the sun and the rainbow. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Oracle. Wow, nice split. Cosmic Egg and Eagle. Harnessing dreams, creating dreams, turning fantasies into reality. So a card for the Pilgrim and a card for the Eternal Child. A card for the Pilgrim and a card for the Eternal Child. All right, that wants to sit there. Oh, yeah. Brilliant. It's perfect and brilliant. The raccoon, right? Like the hermit being pulled within, not expanding, not at least physically going out, being inside and doing all this. Like I said, it feels like you've done a journey, but a very internal journey. Like you've been places in your mind, in your imagination. You've soared, you've jumped off of cliffs and parasailed or whatever it is you've been doing. But yet you've been isolated, right? You've been isolated and held back. And it's all monochromatic, black and white and gray. That's it. But look at, what you're about to do externally is going to be very healing. It's wet, it's water, it's you. Very emotionally healing. Like healing your inner child. Whatever it is that you're about to do, what you're going into is going to heal your inner child. You're going to be externalizing what you've been internalizing. I really get that for you. You're going to be externalizing what you've been internalizing. All right, so now the tarot. Bottom is the dragon. I love that. You're really, wow, and the tiger. That's interesting. There's that Aquarian again. The tiger and the dragon. This is upside down, so not paying attention to it. The tiger and the dragon. Being guided towards, with the dragon, really being guided, being watched by the universe and guided towards this energy. Wow, your split is two mothers. The Mother of Wands and the Mother of Cups. Fire and water. The expression of fire and water. Ace of Cups and the Mother of Wands. All right, I'm going to get 3 cards. Interesting, really interesting. The Father of Pentacles is at the bottom. I don't want to say anything about what the meaning of that is yet, but I get a little bit of, because the Father of Pentacles is a very responsible energy. It's kind of like the boss, it's the father, it's someone who's looking after everything, has a lot of responsibilities, a lot of weight on their shoulders, right? But you're coming into something different. So, you've been internalizing. Interesting. Empress. I'm seeing this as you now. Like, I'm really seeing you as the Empress, Pisces. And I'll tell you, because like the moon card is Pisces. And the moon here with the Empress, it's just been like, I don't know, lately in the readings, just the way the cards play out, and they'll go back and forth in different ways, different weeks. Lately, and it was very strong in the Aquarian reading because the Emperor and the Empress came out, and the Empress was the moon, this moon energy. There was 2 energies coming together, the sun and the moon, and here you are, the moon and the 4 of Wands and the Son of Swords. You've been internalizing like coming together. Because the 4 of Wands is 2 energies that come together. It's like you've created, your energy is so full of abundance. It's so fruitful at this point. It's so expansive, but it's internalized. You need to externalize it. And you're ready to move this energy with the 4 of Wands and the Son of Swords. And I feel with the 4 of Wands is getting ready to share your energy, externalizing it. And you're ready to bust out of the gate. Like you're ready to go from the raccoon to the Son of Wands. The Knight of Wands, Swords. Swords, Wands. That is weird. I have to say, on Pisces, because the last full moon was in Pisces. So I did like a very cleansing practice with the moon, the full moon, a few days ago. And then I left like my curtains open in my room and just let that moonlight sit on me while I slept. And it's weird. It's almost like I feel kind of blank. Like it just washed stuff out. And I find too when I'm doing the readings now, like words just slip out. Things just come out. I'm like, what? Like the external child, the eternal child, and wands. It's like kind of saying that you are going swiftly but passionately towards externalizing who you are. So the energy you're going into, the 10 of Cups, the Mother of Swords, and the 7 of Pentacles. You're transforming. Oh, I see what you're doing. I see you're actually starting to, you've transformed your movement. Going from the Son of Swords into the Mother of Swords, you've transformed your movement. Almost to the point where things move to you. You've created an energy shift where things move to you. Because the Knight of Swords moves towards things, takes action. Wow, you've done some weird shit over here. You've done some weird stuff. How'd you do that? See, this is something that is in Aries. I wouldn't understand what you did. But you did something here. You did something internally with energy. Somehow you internalized. Wow, somehow you internalized the Knight of Swords. Almost like you were moving to things in an internal way. You can almost imagine yourself moving to things. Maybe you utilized your imagination in your dream state. I don't know how you did it. How you did it. It's one of those things like you've dumbfounded me. I don't know how you did it, but you did it, and it's pretty cool. Because when it transforms over here to the Mother of Swords, see, the Mother of Swords, she's not moving. She sits on the sword and she waits. She decides if things are worthy of her or not. And when I say that, it's not coming from like a judgmental energy. It's not coming from a pompous energy. It's coming from a point of truth and clarity with the Mother of Swords. But there's action. But action now comes towards you externally. And I mean, what you have coming towards you is the 10 of Cups. And look at, you have all of this color, right? There it is. The 10, it's like the 10 of Cups. It's rainbow energy. And the 7 of Pentacles. I'm getting with this 7 of Pentacles that it gives you the ability to assess how you move forward in a physical sense, because it's a pentacle. Where before this felt very internalized. So you've transformed energy in a very interesting way. You've transformed movement. You know, it's almost like, whether it's like a job opportunity or a connection with a person, it's like internalizing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, that you almost energetically make it real, and you don't even have to go to it. Like the job, you don't have to find the advertisement. I was going to say in the newspaper, but I don't think that's how people find jobs anymore. Really dating myself. Online, Monster Inc., or is that a movie? I don't know. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Like you don't, like they call you, they find you, they come to you, or you're just like grocery shopping or something. Someone bumps into you, you start having a conversation, and you're like, oh, you would be perfect for that job. You need to start tomorrow. Or like if it's a person, it's somehow like they just come to you. What are you doing? It's really freaky. But yeah, like you're bringing things to you. Okay, so this is very powerful energy. So there's an interesting reminder here. The eternal child is what kind of keeps it humble, because, you know, you could do all sorts of crazy shit with this kind of energy, Pisces. But the eternal child, externalizing the child too, the child in you, allowing that to come out and play, right? This is an interesting balance. The Father of Pentacles in the child. This is like being the very responsible, very achieved adult. But you know what? I can go out and have fun too. I can run through the puddles without any shoes on. And then, you know, muck up the floor because I'm the one that has to wash it anyway. So who cares? Right? Like, do that all the time. I don't care. I'm the one that cleans the floor. What does it matter? It's kind of like that fun energy. But boy, what an interesting message the way you changed energy here. That is like a sneaky little monkey. What are you doing? And it's giving you, like, it gives you physically options here to work towards and to strategize with. It's cleansing. Cleanse yourself. All right. So I'm going into, I don't even remember what this deck is called. I'll give you an oracle card. Oh, someone's going to ask. I'm pretty sure this is in the description where I have all the links to different decks. It's an oracle deck. What is it called? Oh, what's going on here? Look at that. How did that happen? How do you have this one card that's flipped up? That's your card. Look at you. You got one of my favorite cards in the deck. The Phoenix, complete renewal, courage, release. Your affirmation is, I surrender to my higher self to become what I am. Humble, humble, Pisces. Don't take over the world all in one go. All right, so at the back, you can look at that. I'm going to read the back. Let your ego and its attachment to control give way to a higher plan. You do not need to protect yourself from outgrowing your previous life and identity. It is not time to hold on to the past, especially the way you have seen yourself, thought about the world, and chosen to behave. You have the ability to truly become a more fearless and vibrant version of yourself, and you have the courage within to allow this to happen. You and your life are destined to go through a major transformation. It may push your buttons at times, but you are divinely protected by a higher loving energy, and you will, sorry, I moved my eyes for a second, higher loving energy, and you will come through the transition successfully. I really like that, because this is what I felt here. Kind of like being guided, being protected. That's really cool. I like that message, Pisces. Thanks, guys. It's the first time I've seen something like that where you could manipulate energy in such a way. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to go do the extended, and I'm going to see what sits between these 2 points in time energetically, between the Pilgrim and the Eternal Child. Thank you so much, Pisces. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.